I'm gonna get right to the point because I know you clicked on this video so that you could see how to bend and curl branches that you can cut right from your backyard. So, I've been growing these over here I've been growing these the whole summer, just so I could get some pretty long branches. Now this, it's a maple tree. It came from, you know, like one of the seedlings kind of spiraled and it went behind this rock and it started growing. It's just been kind of annoying. Let me show you the whole picture. So it's behind this rock and it's just growing and growing. It's getting taller and taller. There's this other tree next to it. I don't know what it is, but these branches are perfect. They're probably like a little bit less than ½ an inch thick wise. And I am gonna get in here and get this one that is about ½ an inch. It's like a longer one there. It goes all the way above the home. So I'm gonna get in here and cut a few branches down. We'll strip off the leaves and I'll show you what to do. All right, I got some branches. Next thing I'm gonna do is just pop the leaves like this, pop them off. So you just have like the stick part, I guess. After you pulled all the leaves off of your branches and you just have basically a stick, you're gonna duct tape one end of the stick to a pole of some sort. If you have a larger stick, that would work as well, as long as it's like hardened over. You don't want a flimsy stick like what we're using. I have a metal pole because that's gonna work best. It's not gonna bend and break, whereas a stick could. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you have on hand is what you're gonna use. I just have these metal poles, like I said, and laying in my shed. Grabbed one, and then I just literally bend the twigs because they're super pliable. Just bend them carefully around the metal pole. Once you get it all like secured on the other side, just let them cure over. They will basically dry, and that takes like maybe a week or two, and they will be hardened in that curled form. Here are the branches. They're all twisted around the pole. I just did multiple branches around each pole. So once this fully dries and cures, which it'll take a couple weeks for these to brown over, and basically they'll dry out with this shape that we have bent it to. If you want more of a bendy shape to be more spiral, you would just need a bigger pole. So maybe like this big of a pole or something like that. And you'd really want to soak your sticks in water so they're super pliable, and then you'll be able to bend them quite easily. A few of mine did snap, but you can see here the stretch marks when you start to bend. That's what I call the little stretch marks all over the branch. But I don't care about these little nubs and things. If you want to go through and cut all that off, another note, it will be a lot easier to just take a knife. I didn't want to do that for this video, but take a knife and basically skin or cut the bark off. It's pretty easy to expose a lot of the green, and it will be even more pliable for you. I'm going to leave it like this, and then I'm just probably going to spray paint them. Or if the color is really neat when it dries, I'll leave it like that. So anyways, I'm going to let these dry and I'll get back with you. I wanted to quickly interrupt this video and let you know that this video is part of the What Would You Make challenge. It was an open invite, so I went ahead and joined. This challenge is hosted by Zaina on the left and Connie on the right, and they always have a guest host. This month's guest host is Teresa, so make sure you subscribe to all their channels and check out the playlist. I have it linked down below in the description box. Now let's get back to the video. So now I'm just going to undo these, and then we can either spray paint the sticks or just leave them the natural color, but they're ready to go. So excited. Just take all the tape off. As you can see, some of the sticks did not work. I'm not sure like what happened there, with those ones, they didn't work as well, but then some of them that hung on there, they worked pretty good, and I like them. So I probably will trim some of these down. I don't know, we'll see. But look at that, how fun is that? I'm gonna go ahead and open all these and just see what we got going on here. Some of them got all bent really weird. I'll probably just have to throw those ones out. For the most part, they somewhat look good, so I'll show you here. As you can see, not all of them ended up curling. They're not curled as much as I would like them to be. But like I said, if you had a larger stick and you really wrapped it around like this and really spiraled it, I think they'd look so cool. Anyways, these are how the sticks turned out. A few of the smaller ones look really neat. Other than that, that's how you do it. This is just an example. And I think I might spray paint them black. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe for Halloween or something like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Now let's get into DIY number 2. So I found these at Dollar General. I thought they were such a good deal. The small one here is about 4, maybe 5 inches across. It was only $2. What a good deal for this piece of wood. It is actually, I think it's pine. I'm not really sure what the wood is, but I'm gonna stain it. I just think it would look better for fall time if it was a darker color. So I'm gonna go in and stain it, but I do love this like knot that's right here with the gray tone. I think that's so pretty. I don't think I'm gonna go too dark with them. This one was $4, and this one's about 5.5, maybe 6 inches across. You can see how big they are compared to like my hand. They're on the smaller side for wooden bowls, but I thought they'd be really cute to stack them like this and put them in the kitchen or something like that, or on a shelf. But for $6, what a good deal. So check out Dollar General. They did have a larger size that was $6. It came out to about right here, like from here to here. So they all kind of fit like this inside of each other, like they kind of stacked really cool. So the stain I'm going to be using is from Walmart. It's the Minwax Special Walnut. This is one of my favorite stains. Okay, and I'll just take a old rag and dip it into the stain, and then I'm just going to go around the whole bowl. I think it looks so much better, like there's so much more character to the bowl. And then this will dry and it's going to be beautiful. It definitely has a really nice neutral tone to this stain. I think it's going to be perfect for fall time. Well, this is how I end up styling the bowls. I just stacked them one inside the other and I placed them right here next to this gorgeous vase, and it's kind of like my centerpiece in my kitchen. Another cool find I got from Dollar General was this board right here. I'm not sure if it's new or what, but I think it's cute. I'm gonna actually be doing a DIY with this as well. I know this is probably like for summer because it says easy peasy and then it's in the shape of a lemon, but I actually wanted to do a DIY for fall. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. This was only $8. The first thing I wanna do with this board is actually remove the little pieces on the bottom here. I'm not gonna need those as I will be sanding the entire board down. After I removed the pads from the back of it, I wanted to sand this down. Before I did sand it though, I wanted to cut this into more of a pumpkin shape. I like this side of the lemon, so I left that and I'm going to leave that as the stem of the pumpkin. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the other side here and kind of round it out, and that will be the bottom side of the pumpkin. So I'm going to go through and sand all of this. I think it looks more like a pumpkin now, and I'm super excited. I can take this inside and it's ready to be stained. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the other side and put this side as the front with the words toward the back. So I'm deciding I want to create a larger one that's going to go behind it. And I'll just use this board here. I got this from Menards for $4. So I went ahead and lightly sketched out a design on the board, which was just basically a huge pumpkin. So I created a stem, and that was going to be the handle of this board. Basically, I wanted to create a pumpkin serving board, and I've seen these really cool vintage looking serving boards, or cutting boards I should say, on Pottery Barn's website, and that's kind of what inspired me to create this type of looking board, because it's not your average cutting board, you know what I mean? Like, it's rounded off on the edges and it just overall looks like a pumpkin. So yeah, I just wanted to make my own. I just love how they turned out. I think they're so cute and they're going to be fun layered together. In order to stain this piece, I'm actually not going to be using the same stain as I did on these. I'm just going to take a little bit of water and some brown paint, and just basically watered down brown paint is what's gonna do the trick here. As soon as you got your paint on, then you can take some paper towel and just kind of brush off and dry it really fast. Look at that beautiful color. It's very, very similar to this color, but it's not quite the same. And that was just a squirt of brown paint into the water. And this just kind of shows you don't have to go out and buy stain. You can just use watered down brown paint. So for the larger one, I kind of want to do very, very similar, except I'm just going to put the brown paint around the edges this time. So when that started to dry, it wasn't giving exactly the look I was going for, so then I just dabbed some brown, like watered down brown paint on the edges, kind of like, just kind of where it would naturally be dirty, and then took the paper towel and just immediately wiped that off. I went around the whole thing doing this, and I think it really added some character. Look how beautiful this color turned out on the board. So it just darkened it just enough to give it this kind of grayish brown color. It's so pretty. And then this board is still kind of drying, but you can see I went over the edges multiple times to really give a dirty kind of look to it, so it looks like it was worn and used. I think it's so cool. So I hope that it dries okay. Once it does dry, I will go ahead and style it out. If you guys saw my part 2 of the decorate with me for fall, I did my kitchen and I just end up putting the serving board up against the backsplash area in my kitchen right here to kind of hide this weird seam where my living room meets my kitchen, like that weird wall part, you know? Just put that right there, and then I layered in the other little pumpkin board. We'll just call it a pumpkin board because it's like, what is this called? We don't know. But it's so cute for fall. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Maybe got some great inspiration to do some fall DIYs. Make sure you check out the playlist down below. Subscribe to these lovely ladies, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!